What if you love Monster energy drinks and you need to have your liquids thickened to moderately thick? So I have my Monster, and I'm going to use 2 containers to thicken this today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my 2 doses from the pump here. This will be my thickening container, and then this is what I call my decarbonating container. And we developed this method a few years ago because I knew that if I ever had a swallowing problem, there's certain carbonated beverages that I would want to drink. But when Monster Energy packages this, they put in way more carbonation than is needed to just drink the beverage right now. That's why we can have our cans sitting around for hours and not worry about how much carbonation it's lost. So I've poured it into here. I've let out quite a bit of carbonation, but I'm still going to let out more because there's just a lot of really loose carbonation. And once I thicken it to moderately thick here, any bubble that comes out is going to get stuck there. So this will turn into a foam over the next hour or so, and that's perfectly natural, but I want to minimize how many bubbles are coming out naturally, but I still want to have enough carbonation in there for you to feel it and to taste it when you drink it. So now I am carefully pouring from the first cup into the second cup. And the idea there is, see, I don't have very much bubbles in there at all to begin with. And now I'm going to mix this very gently. I use a paddle stir or a figure-8 stir as ways to disperse that thickener and to not agitate it so much that the carbonation comes out. There still is some coming out. You can see some little air bubbles in there. You probably can't, but I can from here being up close. And now I'm just mixing this to make sure that it is properly thickened and that it's dispersed. We've done 2 posters on this method, one explaining the method, and then the second one where we took this and we actually put these in vacuum chambers and degassed them so that we could run the IDDSI flow test, because in spite of my best efforts here, this has a lot of bubbles in it, and the bubbles would occlude the nozzle of an IDDSI flow tester and it would affect the results. So we wanted to make sure that we were getting the right thickness when trained mixers were mixing it and said, yep, this is thick enough. And we found out that trained mixers know what they're doing. And how does this taste? Let me tell you, this is going to taste really good. That is some good Monster Energy drink. Anyways, folks, for more great information on how to thicken beverages and make things that comply with the standards of the International Dysphagia Diet Standardization Initiative, you know what to do. Like, follow, share, do all that great stuff. Thanks for joining us.